There is sobering new information out tonight. It paints a bleak picture for Californians when it comes to the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease in coming years.
The California Department of Public Health teamed up with the Alzheimer's Association for this study. And joining us now to try to understand this new projected reality is Jared Giarrusso, who is the California Director of Government Affairs for the Alzheimer's Association. Jared, thank you for being with us. It seems astonishing that this could be real. You're saying by the year 2040 that Californians over the age of 65 who are living with Alzheimer's is projected to double?
Yes, Grant, and thanks so much for having us on. The report that was just released shows that not only is the amount of individuals who are living with Alzheimer's slated to double, but we know that age is the #1 risk factor for developing Alzheimer's, and as our state continues to age, we're likely to see that increase of Alzheimer's over the course of the next 20 years as well.
Hey, Jared, there are new studies from time to time. One recently identified a genetic link between the development of Alzheimer's disease and COVID, for example. But of course, still no cure. What are we learning from these studies? What have we learned in recent years?
Absolutely. Well, what we know from this study is that not only are we seeing an increase of Alzheimer's in California, but we're seeing increases in communities of color as well. While the research is relatively sparse in this area, the Alzheimer's Association indicates that there is some evidence of links between brain health and heart health. So while we're still working to understand why there are higher rates within Black and Latino communities, we believe that those higher rates of vascular disease in these communities may play a greater risk for developing Alzheimer's.
I know populations are getting bigger, and so the numbers are certainly going to be bigger just by doing simple math, but it seems like Alzheimer's is affecting more people at a faster rate than are some of the other things that tend to kill older folks.
Yeah, the report showed that while the population of the state is slated to is projected to increase by 16% over the course of the research, so next 20 years, population living with Alzheimer's is expected to expand by 127%. So we know that there are huge impacts to the state right now. 700,000 individuals living with Alzheimer's today, over 1 million individuals who are caring for them. Because of that exponential growth, we're expected to see that impact increase over the course of the next 20 years.
Jared, tell us a little bit more about the link to heart health. I mean, does that translate to what people eat? I mean, all of the things that they should be doing anyway. What does it mean? How can people perhaps help themselves?
Absolutely. Well, we, the Alzheimer's Association, have a number of resources like 10 Ways to Love Your Brain. And those 10 ways are about living a healthy life, eating well, exercising regularly, things that hopefully reduce chances of vascular disease. The research right now, which again is limited, but the research right now shows that those potentially reduce risk factors for developing Alzheimer's as well.
I know that there's been this, drug out there that has been controversial. I know at the federal level, there is work being done to try to raise money for research to find a cure. What is the prognosis short term for, how we're trying to combat this thing?
Yeah, well, here in California, we're really excited to see the amount of emphasis that the state legislature and governor has put into this issue. Last year, the state convened a master plan for aging process, as well as an Alzheimer's prevention and preparedness task force, which creates statewide policy proposals to help individuals living with Alzheimer's, as well as those impacted. And in this last year, this last legislative session that just ended, we, the Alzheimer's Association, partnered with Senator Monique Limon of the Central Coast, who authored SB 48, which helps increase individuals' access to timely diagnosis. Because of some of the things that we saw in the report, that individuals in Black and Latino communities are diagnosed later stage Alzheimer's, being able to enable all Californians that access to timely diagnosis is one of those foundational principles that was informed by these policymaking processes last year and which we were able to get passed this year. And we're excited to see the level of commitment that the legislature and the governor have shown this issue, and are excited to see what policy solutions we might be able to pursue next year.
All right, unfortunately, we're out of time. We're going to give some quick information to folks about upcoming walks to try to raise money to find a cure. But that's Jared Giarrusso, the California Director of Government Affairs for the Alzheimer's Association. And you can see the walks up here on your screen. We have posted all this info on KRON4.com, including the link to the Alzheimer's website if you would like to sign up and walk and get a team together, donate some money. Thanks, Jared, for your time, and best of luck. All right, got to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.